Hey everyone, this is Hari from SyncEzy, and today I'm going to talk about our Shopify to Simpro integration and give you a quick overview on a test site. So let's jump straight into it. So what does the site do and how does the integration work? Basically, you connect your Shopify store into SyncEzy via a private app. You connect your Simpro account and we can work with multi-company or a single company Simpro. For every store that you have, you need a separate app. We can connect multiple Shopify stores to a single Simpro account. Um, and we can do different configurations of this. So if you have a multi-company Simpro and each store in Shopify needs to connect to a different Simpro, we can do all of that. So basically, and our team will help you connect and onboard all of this. So you connect your Shopify store and then you connect Simpro. Once both of these are green, you can move forward. We can basically connect your all the fields from Shopify and you can connect them to fields in Simpro. The modules that we currently integrate are customers, so that anytime you have a customer that comes in Shopify, we would create the same customer in Simpro. If the customer creates a site or a location in Shopify, obviously the delivery address, that delivery address creates a site in Simpro. We automatically create jobs in Simpro based on orders in Shopify. We can create catalog items in Simpro if the item is not found in Simpro. We can also take an order from Shopify for either a standard catalog item or a pre-build, and we can look at both of those. So if you're just selling items for supply or you're doing supply and install, we can cater to both, as we can integrate basically an order with catalog items as a supply item or as a pre-build which has the supply and install components. So let's look at how this works effectively. Uh, Here's an example of a Shopify order that's converted into a Simpro job. You've got the customer created, you've got the site created, you've got all of the orders in here the same as what existed in your Shopify order, and all of the details from that Shopify order is now added into the notes column. Let's do a live order and see how this works in reality. So let's do this live order. So here we go. Okay. So what I have here is I have three tabs open. The first one is my Shopify store. Second one is Test Simpro, and then the integration. So I'll just move this around. And let's look at, in this Ajay's test store, let's look at, first let's look at a supply item. Now here is an electric car charger cable that is just as a being sold just as a supply item. So I can select that, and again this will work with all of your Shopify stores. However you've customized them, that's fine. So you've got that item added. We can go check out the item. The email address is really important, as this forms the identifying factor. So in this case, I'm going to say, let's go buzz@aldrin.com, and let's have buzz aldrin 1, just to be sure. 222, that'll do. We've selected an address. I'm just going to enter test payment details so that the order goes through. And perfect. So we basically wait for when the order goes through. So if you look at this is buzz@aldrin.com. That is the email address that we will be looking for in Simpro. That email address, I know it currently does not exist in Simpro. So it will create a new site based on these details that we've received in the order. So we can test a few scenarios, but essentially this is how it would work. So hit submit. Now that goes in and creates an order in Shopify. That order that was created in Shopify is actually received in our system. In order to expedite the video, I'm just going to hit sync now, and you can see this happening in here. You can see this order that was created about 1425, which is about now, and this has synced through. So then if I go into my Simpro, this is my last job 2830. So if I hit refresh, we should see a new job here 2831. Perfect. This is the new job that Simpro has just created. If I go into that job, you can see the customer names here, the site is here, the item that was selected in the order has now been added, and we've got all of the details from the Shopify order. All of the fields that we received from Shopify, they're all added in here. So you have the address, you have the SKU, you know what price it was sold at, you've got all of the details. This is the standard job creation, and in this case we've used obviously just in this case we've used in a standard stock item. We can do the same thing with instead of a standard stock item, we can do that with a pre-build as well. So that would work the same way. Essentially, I would go in here and say continue shopping. Let's go again and order a Tesla supply and install. So in this case, we are not only supplying the cable, but we're also installing it, hence the price difference. We go into say add to cart, and let's just say we are doing 3 of these, or let's say we're doing 3 of these. Check out, and let's call it supply at tesla.com. Supply Tesla, let's call it supply install Tesla as the name. Spencer Street, Melbourne, that works. And I'm just going to put in a test order for now just to show you how this works. So that's done. We just put a test order with 3 items that were connected to a pre-build. So the order is confirmed for supply install. Same story, go in here and you can actually see the order has come in because we would have received a webhook from Shopify. You can see it currently says no. Normally this would sync in about 2 minutes. Just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to speed it up by hitting on that sync now button. And when I hit that button, it basically takes the data from Shopify and instantly syncs it over to Simpro. So if I go in here, last job created was 2831. So let's go into our pending jobs and we should see a new job here. Perfect, 2832. Here's a Tesla supply and install job, the same amount on the new site that was created. And you can see quantity is updated to 3. And in this case, this happens to be a pre-build. This is a different part number, and this is actually a pre-build with multiple items and labor and everything else. So as you can see, we saw an individual item coming over, and the same way we can see a pre-build coming over. The only thing that connects the two is the part number. So we just need to make sure that the part number that's referenced in Simpro is the same part number that's used in Shopify. As long as the part number matches, the entire any order that's coming through Shopify will transfer over to Simpro and create a job in a pending status waiting for you to process. Thank you. That is the scope of the integration. Thank you.